Welcome to Sissygram Spicy Story Channel. If you like my voice, then hit the like button and do subscribe our channel for regular updates. Today I come up with whole new content of story. So, now let's start the story. His fingers glided across the smooth nylon of a purple dress, pausing as they brushed the textured cotton of a pink skirt. A small smile appeared on his face as he thought about the unique combination. For years, he'd followed strict fashion rules, always second-guessing his choices. However, recently, a conversation with a friend had sparked a change in his mindset. "You know, Alex," his friend had said while they sipped coffee, "the most important thing is how you feel in what you're wearing. Confidence is the best accessory." Those words had stuck with him and now echoed in his thoughts as he held the purple dress and pink skirt. While the two items might not have traditionally matched, the contrast felt right to him. He slipped the dress on, savoring the cool sensation of the nylon against his skin. The skirt followed, its weight offering a nice contrast to the lightness of the dress. Standing in front of the full-length mirror, he examined his reflection. The purple dress fit his torso in a way that was both flattering and comfortable, while the pink skirt flared out from his hips, adding a playful flair. More than the individual pieces, it was the overall effect that amazed him. For the first time in a long while, he felt like himself. A knock at the door broke his thoughts. "You almost ready in there?" It was his roommate, Maxim. "Just about," he replied, giving himself one last look. "What do you think?" Maxim opened the door, raising his eyebrows slightly but smiling genuinely. "You look great, man. That color combo really works for you." His casual compliment made him blush, and he smiled in response. "Thanks. I wasn't sure about mixing the fabrics," but Maxim waved it off. "Who cares about rules? If you feel good in it, that's all that matters." Those words echoed the same advice his friend had given him, and they solidified something in his mind. Had spent too long worrying about others' opinions. It was time to embrace what felt right for him. With a new spring in his step, he followed Maxim out of the room. They were meeting friends for brunch, and for the first time in a while, he wasn't nervous about what others would think of his outfit. He felt good, and that was all that mattered. The cafe buzzed with the energy of a Sunday morning when they arrived. Sunlight streamed through the windows, illuminating colorful dishes and sparkling coffee mugs scattered on the tables. As they reached their usual spot, they saw their friends already gathered. "There you are," Maya called, waving them over. Her eyes scanned his outfit, and a wide smile appeared on her face. "Loving the bold choices. You're rocking it." He slid into the booth next to her, feeling a warm rush of appreciation for her enthusiasm. "Thanks," he said, his voice full of warmth. "I decided to try something a little different today." Across from them, Chris raised his coffee mug in a mock toast. Breaking fashion rules and looking damn good while doing it. The group laughed and clinked their glasses together, and as the conversation flowed, he found himself relaxing. The usual anxiety he felt in social situations faded. Surrounded by friends who accepted him without question, he felt at peace. As they finished their meals, Maya leaned in closer. "Any big plans for the rest of the day?" He shrugged, smoothing the fabric of his skirt. "Nothing set in stone. I thought I might go shopping, feeling inspired to try new combinations." Maya's eyes lit up. "Mind if I tag along? I've been meaning to refresh my wardrobe too." The idea of shopping with a friend, exploring his style without fear of judgment, thrilled him. "I'd love that," he said, meaning it. They bid farewell to the group and set out into the sunny afternoon. The streets were alive with weekend energy as people strolled or hurried to meet friends. He noticed a few glances at his outfit, but for once, they didn't make him feel anxious. Instead, he stood a little taller, embracing the attention. Maya noticed and commented, "You know, I don't think I've ever seen you so comfortable in your own skin." "It really suits you," A lump formed in his throat at her words. "It's new," he admitted, "but it feels right, like I'm finally letting myself be who I've always been." Maya gently squeezed his arm. "That's what it's all about. Now, come on, let's go find you some more fabulous outfits to rock." The first store they entered was filled with vibrant colors and textures. Racks of clothing stretched in every direction, offering endless possibilities. As he ran his fingers over the fabrics, silk blouses, wool sweaters, cotton dresses, leather jackets, he felt drawn to combinations he would have. Once shied away from an emerald green sweater with a mustard yellow skirt, a floral dress layered over white trousers. With each selection, his hesitation fell away. Maya was a supportive shopping partner, encouraging him to try things he'd never considered. "Oh, you have to try this on," she said, holding up a shimmering silver top. "I'll look amazing with your skin tone." In the fitting room, surrounded by his selections, he felt a sense of excitement he hadn't experienced in years. Each outfit was a new opportunity to redefine himself. As he slipped on a soft blue dress, he caught sight of himself in the mirror and stopped short. Something had changed, not just in the clothes, but in him. His features seemed softer, more delicate. His body was shifting too, curves appearing where there had once been angles. It was as though his outer self was aligning with the inner self he had always felt but never fully expressed. Panic flickered for a moment, but as he continued to look at his reflection, a sense of rightness filled him. This was who he had always been. The clothes hadn't caused the change, but they had given him the confidence to embrace it. Maya's voice called from outside the fitting room. "Everything okay in there?" Taking a deep breath, he smoothed the fabric of the dress. "Yeah," he replied, surprised by the softness of his own voice. "I'm good, really good, actually." When he stepped out of the fitting room, Maya's eyes widened in surprise, then softened into a warm smile. "Looks like we'll have to adjust our shopping plans," she said, "but I have to say, you look absolutely radiant." The rest of the afternoon was spent trying on more clothes, with Maya's constant support. As the day came to a close and the sun dipped low in the sky, they returned to his apartment, their arms laden with shopping bags. The weight of the clothes felt symbolic, like the start of something new. "Thank you," he said as they reached his door. "I don't think I could have done this without you." Maya pulled him into a tight hug. "That's what friends are for. And for what it's worth, I'm really proud of you. It takes a lot of courage to be true to yourself." After Maya left, he stood in front of his mirror once more, still wearing the purple dress and pink skirt that had started it all. They fit as if they had always known who he truly was. Running his hands over the fabric, he marveled at how something so simple could spark such a profound change. But it was just about the clothes. It was the confidence they had given him, permission to be himself, unapologetically. That was the real transformation. As he unpacked his new wardrobe, each piece felt like a promise to live authentically and embrace every part of himself. Though the journey ahead wouldn't be easy, he knew now that he had the strength to face it. With each item, he imagined new outfits, each a step toward building the life had always wanted. While he worked, he found himself humming a tune, a melody he couldn't quite place, but that perfectly captured his mood, a song of hope, new beginnings, and finally feeling at home in his own skin. When everything was neatly put away, he surveyed his closet. It was a riot of color and texture, each piece reflecting a different part of his personality. More than that, it was a visual record of his journey, from the hesitant first steps of mixing fabrics to the bold choices that now filled his wardrobe. Each item told a story. Reaching out, he touched a silky blouse, marveling at how something so simple could hold so much meaning. It wasn't just clothing anymore. It was armor, expression, freedom. A notification from his phone interrupted his thoughts. "It was Maxim," checking in to see how his day had gone. He paused, reflecting on the changes of the day. Typing a response, he began, "You wouldn't believe the day I've had. Remember how we talked about being true to yourself? Well, I took that advice to heart." As he recounted the events of the day, he felt a weight lift from his shoulders. This was his first step towards sharing his true self with the world, and though it was scary, it was also exhilarating. Maxim's reply came quickly, full of excitement. "I'm so happy for you. Can't wait to meet the real you." His response brought tears to his eyes. He feared rejection, but now he had proof that the people who truly mattered would support him no matter what. As the evening wore on, he felt energized. The day had been transformative, and he wasn't ready for it to end. On impulse, he decided to go for a walk, changing into a new outfit, a flowing maxi dress in shades of blue and green that made him feel like a goddess of the sea. Walking through the streets, he noticed the appreciative glances of strangers, but instead of feeling self-conscious, he embraced the attention, smiling back. At a small park, he sat on a bench by a pond, reflecting on the day's events. A woman walking her dog smiled at him. "I just had to tell you how beautiful your dress is," she said. "The colors are stunning." "Thank you," he replied, feeling a warm flush. "It's new, actually. I just got it today." The woman smiled wider. "It suits you perfectly," she said before continuing on her way. Sitting there, he felt lighter, filled with hope. This simple encounter had proved he could face the world as his true self. When he eventually returned to his apartment, the night felt like a beautiful end to a transformative day. The next morning, he woke refreshed, ready to face the day. As he got ready, he carefully selected a crisp white button-down shirt and high-waisted burgundy trousers, a perfect mix of professional and personal style. Applying makeup felt natural, and the simple act of doing so was a reminder of his true self. At work, the reactions to his new look were mixed, but the support from his friend Emma meant the most. By the end of the day, he felt stronger than ever. When his boss stopped by his desk, he said, "I just wanted to say that I'm proud of you. It takes a lot of courage to be true to yourself, especially in a professional setting. If you ever need any support, my door is always open." His words left him speechless, but grateful. The walk home felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted from his shoulders. As the sun set, Maxim greeted him outside. "There is my fashionable roommate," he said. "Dinner's on me to celebrate your first day as the real you." During dinner, Maxim asked, "Now that you're living as your true self, what's next?" He paused, unsure of the answer. There were practical matters to consider, but beyond that, the future felt full of possibilities. "I'm not entirely sure," he admitted, "but for the first time, I'm excited to find out." Maxim raised his glass. "To new beginnings," he said. "To new beginnings," he repeated, smiling. The road ahead might be uncertain, but with every step, he knew he was moving toward a future where he could finally be himself, and that was all that mattered. This is where the story wraps up. Share your thoughts in the comments below. For more stories like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you soon. See you next time.